Morning, everybody, and welcome to another DK64 Randomizer race. I am AltaBiscuit, and this is the Friday Weekly, and joining me on comms is Dat. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well today. How are you? I'm very excited for tonight.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute since either of us have been on comms, I think,
Oh,
actually,
indeed
so
it has.
this should be exciting here. I think with that, we'll cut to the game feeds here, and bit of an interesting start here, and this just wouldn't be a Sarah seed without the blue slam start now, wouldn't it?
Yep. Blue slam, gorilla grab, or triangle. Not looking too great. Sure, we have Sarah's mascot, Tiny, but like he's not great either to have early. You don't have any pawns with really any advanced movement like Giddy or DK, but you just have to work with it.
Right, but at least you got a back flipper to do some tag anywhere nonsense. So that's always a nice thing to have in your back pocket at the start, especially if you got like a factory start or something.
Indeed. And the blue slam's not the worst thing to have, especially because with the seasonal reset, we do have complex level orders. You might get a level early that might have a blue slam block requirements due to level 5 and 6.
Yeah, and you know, the blue slam start always valuable to if you need the red slam, it's gonna get path hinted, hopefully, or at least wath hinted, but there will not be a slam hint given to you, unlike the green slam star, which can be a blessing and a curse depending on how the seed goes.
Yet we'll see, like he said, there will not be a slam dedicated hint in our hints today. You'll get an extra way to hoard, path hint, or another type of hint, who knows.
Yeah, Violet and Eternal, pretty good runners here. They've definitely been making their presence known in these races. Their times have been improving very well. It's good to see.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see these folks, because this is actually probably my first time seeing these folks on the restream. We do show different skill levels of Luminous, but this is my first time seeing these two specifically. See how they do today.
Alright.
We should be kicking off soon, everyone is ready.
Yep, we are all ready to go here, and looks like things will be kicking off here any minute, any second now. And they are kicking off there in the race room, so yep, there it goes.
Yep, timer has started. We'll be starting very shortly.
Off they go.
And we're off. You see level 2 right away, and it's Chase.
With a massive 26 GB.
First hint of the day, threatening us is path to 2.
With Creme Path 2, that might just mean it's free, or it could be up on Upper Creme for all we know. Still a bit to go in the Isles loop here. A bunch of banana medals right away though, so I don't know how to make of that. Maybe we're looking at jetpack already.
Potentially, yes.
Not the other J word. We're not talking about that kind of.
No, we're not saying that. No, not yet. No. Nothing in the spring cage, just a melon. Key 2 we're looking for is not on the dirt patch though.
Yeah, that limits where it can be, but there's not too many checks in Cram, actually.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
Odds are we're just gonna find an item to just give it to us outright, but we don't really have any of the Kongs necessary for that yet, unless Monkey Port decides to show up.
I'm getting a little suspicious though. We have 2 medals already.
Factory
and our first
start.
level is factory. And it's just 1 GB. You can go right in.
Oh, good lord.
Oh my god, I completely missed that hint. That was a giga hint.
Okay, Cabin's a 6'8", DK, Chunky, and Diddy. Alright.
Oh my god, yep.
Right.
I'm not gonna write all that down.
Write that down, write that down! Get the SpongeBob meme out there. There's, we know that Cabin's hint leads to Baboon Blast of some description. Whether or not that is Blast itself or something else remains to be seen.
It's nice to know knowing all your boss faces right away, so you got a lot of info to go around with.
Yeah, you've definitely had those seeds where, oh my god, the cop jump scare.
That's a rude location.
Here, Violet having no problem getting past the cop, and Eternal follows suit.
Ooh, I still go back of train grounds is way the horde.
And I believe both of our runners skipped it, so we don't know what that is yet.
Yeah, not gonna have a hot minute because Factory's just too strong with first level here.
Oh yeah, you see Factory, you just walk in immediately. It's got a bunch of Sphere Zero, it's got a bunch of money. You know, one of the levels you like to see early on, that's for sure.
Yeah, to stock up on all the coins, you don't have to worry about coins later for shopping. But yeah, no surprises here, runners taking the same route. They quickly detour to get to the 10G cut up bananas pack for Tiny down near production room, and then going up to testing.
It's always kind of that awkward thing when you start towards the direction of storage. You just have to take the long way to get there, or no matter what. But I think the interesting thing when it comes to those stores is, is the question of, is there a hint in production or not, and are you brave enough to skip it?
Yeah, I think overall from my experience and from me watching some runners, most runners do not opt to skip that if there's one up there. Especially early on, it is far too risky on average to opt skipping.
We got Key 5 on the ferry there. Key 5 likes to show up pretty early in CLO. There's only so many things you can do early on, and more levels is the quickest way to open up more of the game.
Oh.
Galleon
Stubborn Reading Barrel is way the horse. And a new Mini Monkey.
Mini Monkey, Peanut, and Diving for all that.
Yeah, that's pretty fairy.
It stands to reason that there might be some overlap with that Gigapath we saw earlier, but...
Potentially, yeah.
Peanut tends to be pretty centralizing in these seeds, with Shipyard being locked.
Yeah, indeed. Another hint here coming up, and... Gee, thanks, game. Testing
classic.
5, no wonder.
The absolute classic.
You love to see it.
I don't think I caught the door being peaked in testing, but if Violet's not going up there, then it must have been a boss door there.
Yeah, it might have been. That peak can be done very quickly, so yeah, it's quite easy to overlook it. Nothing in the shops at all. Just fairies, pearls, medals, not a single GB a hand.
Got the jetpack peak.
It
Aww.
is dead today. Medals are misleading.
No content for chat yet. Yet, I say. We started with Gorilla.
Yeah, you say that.
Violet opting just to leave factory immediately, so we're not gonna get a peek at the production hint just yet.
Yep. Violet's gonna opt to just rush down that hinted training grounds dirt patch. I'm gonna see Isis Cranky here. What do you have? Just GBs. We can't buy any of them.
Nice to have 3 in your back pocket there when you need to get into Helm or something.
Yep. Right. What are you on this death patch? It's Bo. Hello. Other gun.
And we have no tiny phase. So...
No tiny phase. We don't have any directly hinted with that yet. The tiny Ubigo is why that's needed.
Looks like Violet is hopping back into factory with the newly acquired feather bow to wrap up the production here.
I actually like this idea because the pole's near production room, so this is technically a little bit faster.
Yeah, and feather will be nice just to get the metal quicker. You don't have to do as much of a climb there.
Get some production peaks here. Tiny 12 was nothing.
And Melon on the production slope.
Yeah, both our runners are gonna opt to climb here. It's early on, you don't want to skip the medals here. And
I have embarrassingly skipped the production hint a number of times when Factory was an early level and regretted it almost every time. So I don't blame them for getting this.
Yeah, it's just way too risky. If it was like a late game, say like an hour in, I think it's definitely more worth it to maybe skip if you're knowledgeable in your hints. But this early on, you badly need information.
Yeah, especially since you've already seen the free key 5 hint, so it's like even less likely to be junk. Aztec Chunky Metal. So that means we have a Wath Pineapple somewhere because Aztec Chunky Metal always requires it. And was that Primate Punch on the Lanky Metal?
Yep, that's Lanky's Metal for Primate Punch.
Oh, we do need that. We do have Chunky Phase.
Very nice to get early before you get Chunky, so that's gonna be a lot more stuff here.
Violet will also pick up her Primate Punch there as well. Can't get into Japes yet. Need 26 GBs for that, so I suppose we will be seeing what's behind the level 7 and 6 doors here.
Quite a quickly detour to pick up the Rainbow Coin on BFI. Why not? Early cash.
No, I don't blame that at all. You don't like to be poor when you pick up new Kongs.
Yeah. We're gonna see level 7 here from Violet's side, and it is today. It's Fungi Lobby, the forest.
And we got a feather check here.
That's a potion. That's a chunky potion.
And there's
That's the pineapple.
Alright, yep, there's the pineapple for Aztec Chunky Metal. Igloo to 6.
Igloo to 6.
Hard to really tell what that could mean right now.
Yeah, especially because we do have that Giga Path and Caverns is also on the path to 6.
Forest Funky Chunky. On the castle lobby hint there from
That
Eternal.
would explain the bow.
That's the second reason you need the bow. Bo already found pineapple. So you aren't gonna miss that.
You know, it's not today.
Blueprint in the Great Cage and Isles. I usually don't find myself peeking that, but I don't blame Eternal for doing it. Information's good. What about you? Did you skip that peak?
No, I think it's a quick peek. It's like a 2 to 3
Oh
seconds.
my god.
All the way to level 7.
Dave's Forest Lobbies was a 2468. Who do we appreciate? The answer is our race mods. We appreciate our race mods here. There's a shout-outs to Sarah for rolling the seed.
Good old Sarah. She can never stop cooking. Yeah, I think that's definitely the pineapple. That makes total sense.
Oh yeah, that would make sense. That is a James Forest lobby. He's fine there. You know, it is so much easier to write down notes and be thorough about it when I'm not the one playing the game. This is great.
Not gonna be able to do too much here in the mills. It is a level 7 forest. I can see that, yeah. It's possible monkey pots around the corner, or it could be like a chain for like spring or coconut to get a key to.
And we get the bean!
Alert! Alert! The bean! The bean! The bean!
We have
bean, people.
bean levers rise up. This is our time. We have feather, we have pineapple, we have the bean.
Oh, this is getting interesting already.
I saw Diddy and Tiny being our helm phases on Eternal's side there.
We are gonna need rock today then.
And Chunky's
Chunky
bought
can
in
grow in
forest.
forest as well. We just saw that hint. So Chunky's just around the corner probably.
Yeah, he has to be on Cranky because he can't lock himself on the Funky Shop. And we ain't playing the glitch logic today.
Yeah, no, we're not playing glitch it or the new high poly mode on BLCR.
So that would, assuming that Chunky can be bought here, Forest Funky Chunky's around the corner. And sure enough. Ooh, there was a potion on the Diddy shop there too.
Okay, we're not gonna be able to get that for now because we don't know where our silly monkey friend is, as many of us like to call him.
Silly monkey friend. Yeah, it's good.
He's still missing out there right now.
It's good to note when you see potions in shops that you can't buy, because I can tell you a number of seeds where I've gotten owned because I saw a potion in a shop, didn't write it down, and forgot about it.
Oh, I've been there many times too.
It feels so bad when it happens.
Early Chunky. Very nice. Chunky's very stacked early on. You have punch, you have pineapple, you have triangle, you have a lot you can do right now.
Yeah, you got almost everything you need to do the spider boss, or even kegs out of logic if Barrels decides to show up.
Yeah, that too. Pineapple also gives us like checking ISOs later if I want to do that.
Punch is also just nice to have, because once Cave shows up, that's potentially up to 2 more hints that can be gotten that way too.
Yeah, that's true. But what our runners experience at this level, they can probably easily get every hint in Caves, because since one of them in Caverns or 2 does require like some unmoves in order to logically reach, but there are methods around that.
Mm-hmm. And some of them are easier than others, depending on what cogs you have available too. There are some pretty cursed ways to do it without Diddy or Tiny.
Yeah. Kinda not surprised what Pumpkin's doing here. It is opting to climb the mushroom. There are some runners that really do not like to climb the mushroom and opt to skip it entirely, but this is too early on. I think you do not skip this, especially if you have early pineapple in hand, so Chunky Face Puzzle is available for you. No, it's not. No, it's level 7.
Yeah, it's red slam locked, but either way, climbing mushroom feels a little better when you have Chunky, because you can get his medal as part of it.
Yeah.
No one likes to...
A little bit easier.
No one likes to climb mushroom to find out it's the boss door or something, but...
But Pumpkin is gonna do kick slide strats.
It's one of the tougher kick slides to get. And it's just pretty tight compared to the rest, and Violet gets the peak on top for a GB.
Very nice. Surprised he did not opt to go finish up Lanky's now, because there is a 5-pack for him up there. See, there's a hint right here, and nope, it's the boss door.
It's the boss door.
No trolly boss doors.
The mushroom skippers are winning right now.
Yeah. Probably what we're gonna do from here is probably check out the central area, and then probably check out what level 6 is afterwards.
Yeah, level 6 was shown to be Castle earlier. It was like a high 40s B-locker, so that's not an option right now, but...
Yeah, that's not happening. It's probably likely T4 soon, or you're probably gonna get, like, or to go get T2.
Now, Forest Funky Chunky was hinted to be Wath, which that may possibly be Key 4, because we have Apes Forest Lobbies to 4, which is only Pineapple and nothing else, and Feather is Wath, so we got potential there.
Usually was on the ROM. ROM is just a GBC. Do we need the bean today? Let's see.
Was that?
I think that was a rainbow coin.
I couldn't quite... Yeah, that looked like a coin, but we at least got to see our friend and plant the bean.
Yep.
And...
Yep, that's a key.
That would be Key 4.
No mistake there. That definitely confirms the early levels path is Pineapple.
Yep, it sure does. So we need Pineapple for Key 2, 6, and 8.
Last thing we're probably going to see here, of course, is the Chunky minecart.
It's pretty sneaky with it having things early on, especially when you get Chunky.
Yeah. This is one of those checks that, despite being available very early on, it's very easy to overlook it.
How desperate are you for a pearl? Ignore the fact that we saw it in the factory shop earlier.
Yeah, no. You're not needing that.
Well, your only option is going to be level 5, probably, unless... Pineapple. Ooh.
Oh, hello.
This monkey
Tiny
port?
potion here.
It is
That's
monkey
a 4, right?
So, does this mean Key 2 is on the ferry or the sax pad?
We're gonna have to go see. Punk is rushing it down.
And,
Sure enough.
alright, here's our Key 2.
We can access almost any level except level 4 right now.
Who knows where diving is right now? it.
Yeah.
That's a problem for future us. And by us, I
Yeah.
mean the runners.
Level 3 galleon right here. And we can go in.
Llama 6.
We're gonna need Baboon Blast, and Captain is on the path to DK phase, so that checks out.
Yeah, that makes me think that the cabin scent's referring to Blast then. Pineapple probably finds a instrument. Who knows? That Pineapple unlocks a lot of things.
Yeah. Pumpkin is just gonna go straight into Colin, not even gonna care about the other levels right now. Even with this level being pretty weak right now, yep, no GD, no Peanuts. You can only explore 2 major areas. It's still checked. One's up pretty quick, especially with Punch in hand. You got a couple more feats you can do here.
On Eternal's side, they will be picking up their key 4 here as well. Castle Shop's the 6 and Chunky. I think I missed. Did Violet pick up that hint earlier?
Violet did not actually. That was Castle Shop's the 6 and 8 and Chunky phase. I read that right.
Yeah, that's what it was. We won't be seeing what that item is for a while. Castle's on a high 40s B locker right now.
Yeah. Not anytime soon.
No vines to get this hint door. No vines, no diving. There's not a whole lot you can do in here right now.
Yeah, just check Cranky, check the C6 ship, and probably just check Kevin if it's flat, and then you're out of here.
Colonel getting the bad news about nothing on the beanstalk, but at least we got a better look at our friend. I will be pushing the pro bean lever agenda on this restream. Everybody could use an emotional support bean.
Yep.
You know, Nintendo, you could do the funniest thing of all time and release a bean plush. I know a bunch of people that would buy it. Me, I'm one of them. Please let me spend my money on this.
One thing that's gonna be kind of important that the chat brings up is that one of the levels we need to go to is gonna be diving lock, so I'm thinking Caves is not gonna be level 4. I think it's gonna be level 5 here.
And considering how important of an item it is, items it has, it seems likely, but Rando likes to turn on a dime. Oh no, Kevin's giving Violet the business here. It's so tough, I've gotten stuck in the water exactly like that before. Ooh, Eternal getting a look at the factory lobby box. 2 GBs.
Spotlight here.
That's an easy, that check in the factory lobby box can be embarrassingly easy to forget sometimes. I know I'm guilty of that.
Same here. Been guilty of missing that too. It's really easy to do.
Diddy is held by a Kasplat and Japes.
I'm not. Japes?
So that
No,
was
we have actually.
that was an Aztec level 5, so Caves is our diving locked level.
That's kind of gross, actually, with that Giga Path.
Just a little bit cringe right there.
Yeah, I agree with chat. You definitely need to prioritize going to Japes at this point. Try to get the Diddy as soon as you can, because there's a very decent chance you can get him. Worst case, he's barrel locked on top of mines.
I didn't catch what the B locker requirement was for Aztec, but I imagine we can enter that. Perfectly routed.
It's only 17. Pumpkin can go in Aztec, but is opting not to.
No, I don't think Violet's been inside a castle lobby yet.
Yeah, this makes sense. I'll check what this is and get the bad news about Castle being in 40s.
Violet going for the flip.
Trying to go for the strategy, the good old trophy flip.
And nails it.
Well done.
First try. That's not an easy trick.
That is so of a trick. It's much harder than it looks. He made that look very easily. Well done, dude.
Yeah, she did. All right. Colonel, cleaning up the rest of Galleon here as we get our first look into Angry Aztec on Violet's side.
Behind the llama.
Oh no, we didn't get the peak of the hit.
Whoa. Mods, you might want to remove that portal.
Oh, we got a potion here.
In the Oasis area, and that's Mini Monkey. Hello.
That opens a handful of checks there. Unknown if we need it yet, but Mini Monkey is very good for check density, especially since the Banana Fairy's gift is a check now. You just get one for visiting BFI.
Japes. Cranky Metal. That's not even close to possible yet.
That's a surprisingly weird metal sometimes to get.
Yeah, you can either get it with just grape, or you need to have Diddy, Peanuts, and O-Stan to get it. It's a weird one.
And you know these runners aren't gonna obey the O-Stand requirement, that's for certain.
Of course not. Everyone skips O-Stand every time.
Given the importance of pineapple in this seed, I don't blame Violet for checking every single one of them. Ooh.
Violet gets the claptrap trap skip. Well done.
And she's 2 for 2 on tough tricks.
Yep, she's doing really well.
I didn't even know you could get that with a tiny slide, so I learned something today.
I didn't know either, actually. I thought that was really only possible with, like, Chunky, DK, and, Diddy.
Yeah, Diddy's Chimpy Charge can get it. I knew that one, but it's... You know, you watch it... That's a good reason to watch these restreams. I feel like, yeah, there is a Strat Talk channel where people discuss all sorts of cursed monkey science things, but, like, I'm a visual learner, so just seeing it on the restream live and getting surprised by it is better for me, at least. That was Shipyard to 8.
Shipyard to 8, huh? Could imply there is a instrument in the submarine. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh yeah, you're right. We did have the submarine. Oh yeah, we do need Mini Monkey for that too, so the Mini Monkey find was absolutely necessary. I still don't know what to make of that Cabin's Gigapath hint. Like, it could be either Peanut or Blast at this point, is what it seems to be, but
Yeah, it's more likely one of those two. If it's something else, I think you're gonna start raising eyebrows. It could even be Rocket for some reason.
Colonel picks up their mini monkey right on time.
You know, Diddy's and Japes, probably like you can just get him for free. Still don't know where DK is. And we do need him.
I didn't catch that. Was that a potion in there? There on the hunky barrel?
I don't think it was. It looked like a TV to me.
Yeah, I didn't get a good look at it. And someone in chat pointed out that the llama, freeing the llama is a GB, so no worries for Violet there for not knowing what it is.
Another fairy. I'm getting all the largemouth fairies here. Probably want to check BFI soon.
Yeah, that's a 2-for-1 there if you can get 4 fairies. Looks like Eternal is opting to get Chunky's medal sooner rather than later. 5-door ship has a potion.
Singular one.
Oh boy.
Another Giga Hen.
The main caves, that was to 6, 8, DK, and Diddy.
This has a lot waiting for us. Where is our diving?
That
as
hint
well,
makes
like-
me think that the cabin's hint might be Rocket Barrel, actually now, because it could be Rocket Barrel or the Kasplat or the Waterfall Barrel in main caves.
Yeah, it could be actually. Thankfully, because of these hints, diving is very likely gonna get hints because it locks so much stuff. Speaking of which, there it is.
Oh, was that on Chunky's medal?
Yep, hinted.
Alright.
And a perfect spot too for Nintendo. He can clear out the rest of Tiny Temple here.
I'm guessing Violet's going to pick up Chunky's medal inside his 5-door temple. As there are 2 Chunky balloons in there. The 007 Aztec theme. Now, ain't that a fitting place to put it?
Yeah.
And once again, just shout-outs to the DK64 music community here. They do incredible work here.
Yep. Definitely one of the most talented communities I've ever been in. We get new tracks out every single week. They just keep firing up. Nothing in Tiny Temple, just 2 GBs. You don't want to say no to those. We do need 40 eventually to get in the castle.
Eternal is getting a peek at Tiny Temple here, so if anything, you know, Violet didn't have diving in here, so if Tiny Temple has something, that'll be an advantage for Eternal.
Yeah, especially if Pumpkin opts leaves too. No, just a GD first hand. There's a cup, by cup. There is
Violet.
Pumpkin's diving.
Yep, Violet
And
picks
we
up
got
her
potion
diving.
here. Yeah. Fun round.
Got our 3-dimensional melon.
Not a fairy.
One fairy away. If this is a fairy inside the bonus barrel, do you do it? Probably not still.
Nah.
Alright, did the Tiny Temple Gambit pay off? Well, you get a Nintendo coin for your troubles.
Yeah, so much for that.
Yeah, that was pretty unfortunate.
Pumpkin. Now I'm gonna opt to go into Japes, go look for Diddy. See if we can go find him. Oh, nice spawn behind the ram meat door.
Yeah, that's one less gun you need for hints. And
Not only that, you don't need coconut for Chunky's cage banana, if that's anything.
yeah, Violet will be picking up Diddy here. It's just a matter of which Kasplat it is. It's not gonna be the underground Kasplat, otherwise Pineapple would have been on the path to freeing Kongs.
Yeah, actually it would have been, yeah. Good point. He has to be available here. We're gonna get Diddy soon, but we have no moves for him. There's possibly both of the moves we know about for him are just chilling in caves, which we don't know about yet, how much it costs even.
I'm like emotionally ready for it to be like something high.
Ready for 60?
Yeah. The Violet's
The only
priming.
way it would not roll that high is if like he's actually in caves. Because Hampton as well.
Yeah, given that Diddy is probably needed for the checks and caves anyway, it makes sense to just go straight into Japes and pick him up. I have no idea where DK is still. Okay, yeah, it was a GB on the Aztec hunky girl. You were right earlier.
Yeah, looking at the CD counts here, with that pole spawn you get 5 extra for Lanky, but I don't think that's still not enough for Lanky. No, I think. Actually, no, I think it might just be barely enough now that I think about it. If you do outlook at those and stuff.
How many CBs is Violet at for Lanky? I didn't see, because there's 3 on the... I guess we'll find out soon.
Because you got 3 up here, you got 5 in the water, you got 2 up near Snotty.
Five
Yeah,
in the
it's not
water,
enough, actually.
5 in the trees. So yeah, 10 short. We will need either grape or peanut to get what's needed here.
Grape or peanut, or, give me on this, maybe coconut. Wait, no, actually no, I'm ignoring it. I'm thinking of some of the packs inside the huts. Not all of them have one.
Oh yeah, I guess when the CBs were 40 before, that was possible. That was one of the casualties on moving up to 45, was that. Foolish Castle Underground. It's kind of nice to get your deeper locked levels with foolish hints.
Yeah, don't have to worry about Castle Underground. It is, even it is a dense area, a lot of points to clear out. One of the bad foolish hints you can get. And there is Diddy in the hive area.
Fairy number 4 for Violet.
It's up in the air right now for full family.
Eternal.
Yeah, oh.
Eternal is on their way to pick up the second best item in the game, Third Melon. Mill's foolish. BLZR players are in shambles.
Interesting enough, we can do outlaw time here. What we can do this is not in logic without oranges or sacks, because as soon as you have to kill the enemies in there to get to the switches.
Yeah, that usually ends up being an either or, but you never know. Once in a while, that niche interaction shows up.
Us opting to run back out from Chunky's temple. What are we thinking? Or Pumpkin's just gonna turn around. She doesn't care about Beehive.
It is a little bit of a commitment to go in there without Sniper to peek it, but
Yeah, it's fair.
we know Feather and Minnie are needed for things. It's not the worst check to do. Oh, what do we got here?
That's an old Kong's potion. Instrument upgrade. All the bait potions today.
There's always that one fear of what if it's bait. Eternal wrapping up Aztec and will likely be joining Violet in Japes here shortly.
Yeah, you're right on the assumption that we need Peanuts at the minimum right now to do Lankies now, because there are actually technically 40 we can get. There's a 5-pack spread about in the lake. You don't burners don't pick those up often because they're slow.
Here we go.
Violet's opting to dump here. That's interesting. Do we know how much it costs to get the caves yet? I don't think either of the runners have peeked at that lobby yet.
We do not. I believe Pumpkin might more than trying to push the castle here, or it's just gambling she can get into caves right now.
Yeah, I don't hate it. It just because oftentimes your later levels are more expensive, so hedging your bets so you don't have to leave and dump is not a bad call at all.
Yeah, especially with this amount, she is up to 38.
One last hint in Japes, and what is the good word, Wrinkly?
Oh. Fairy Llama Temple's way to hoard. That's probably RP6.
Was the Llama Temple hint to 6 earlier?
It was, just
Okay.
only the 6.
I miswrote that down. I wrote it down too. So yeah, that does sound like E6 here. So we do have that Castle Shops hint to 6 also. That
What is our reward?
that
from
actually
the
makes
fairy?
me think. And that Castle Shops hint earlier to 6 doesn't overlap with DK, so that makes me wonder if the fairy isn't 6.
I'm thinking of one place in caverns right now, and that is Chunky's cavern. But no, that can't be gone. No, that would have to be path to 8. No, that can't be it. Ooh.
Aztec Dirt Oasis. Yep. That was
Checks out.
Mini Monkey, I believe, is what that was.
Indeed, it was.
Alright, what's the damage on the caves entrance?
It is 24.
Okay.
Sorry,
All the
expensive
mysteries
level
of cabins are maybe about to be revealed here.
Speaking of caverns, we're right here.
I find that jump up there easier with Tiny than ooh, rotating cabin.
Routine cavern DK's way to hoard. No sign of bongos at all. little trouble with this setup here to get inside the window.
Yeah,
There we go.
and factory lanky metal, but...
Thanks, game.
Oh, what was that? That was punch, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was punch, yeah.
Ooh,
Speaking of which...
green vial. It's not Gorilla gone, is it? Oh,
It's
my.
gone. If that could be our Gigapath hint. That's
Yeah, and that-
potentially path to 6, 8, DK, Chunky, and Diddy.
That does open up Chunky's cabin also. Huh. The plot thickens here because we have another cabins item hinted. They try not to double hint at the same thing, but it can happen. Eternal managing to avoid the bait potion. Alright, so... we were completely off base there. So the cabin's hint was gone and the main cave's hint was peanut, probably.
Yep. That gets you your Shivier access. Now, keep in mind that those peanuts, like, we certainly now know at this point, they're on the path to DK's somewhere. Unlocking lost.
And we know Tiny Submarine is needed for something.
You can also take those peanuts back to Japes and get the Japes lanky metal that's hinted. Our logic, because no O-stand, but who cares about O-stand?
Yeah, the way this seed is shaking up, it's like giving you all the items you need along the way as you need it.
The only
Still-
thing I'm getting a little concerned about right now is we still do not have DK and nothing's been packed to free Kongs.
There, okay. That's another
okay.
main caves item. Well, that's Diddy phase sorted.
It's more likely the hint's referring to peanuts because I lost Shipyard, but that
Yeah.
rocket, like,
Yeah, I agree with you there. But nope, Factory Metals has a potion that we found. Good hit.
thanks, game.
The very item that factory potion was locking. Diddy phase is sorted with that rocket barrel find. And also half of Diddy's helm phase right there. We get a pick of BFI on Eternal's side here. I did want to see that earlier. Oh wait, no, Violet was here earlier. This was a
Yeah.
blueprint, right? Yeah.
Yeah, there's also JB and a blueprint. Nothing here worthy.
Got pretty good ace here, GB and blueprint wise. Like both of our runners are effectively in the low 40s GB wise, and we're just about to hit the 50-minute mark. Like they are just flying right now in this seed.
Yep. They're just cruising. This is what access to multiple levels does. Your GB ratio just goes way up.
I don't know. I'm starting to feel the J word here.
So,
I
every time it gets said, we end up being here for like 2 hours. It's happened every time. Especially the last restream we did, I will not know the story of it, but the last restream was
I'm not
a roller coaster.
I'm not willing to say the word yet, but I'm loudly thinking it. That's Ooh.
Pumpkin tried to be a little cheeky there, but accidentally touched the ground.
I'm curious if Eternal will check Chunky Cabin here. Or
Oh,
That's a good hint.
that's good. Yeah, especially because you're still missing DK. Because with how this game is randomizer, Kongs are assumed, so that's tempting like a very low spirit check as soon as you get DK. So that's actually a really nice hint to get.
And how many seeds have we been just looking casinoing for one item and it was just a medal like that? Just far too many.
Yeah, way too many, been there many times. But yeah, it was, this is what chat's confused about. It was DK's medal, not Tiny's. Or, Forest. Yeah, Pumpkin quickly turning around and going straight to Galleon. Finding the shipyard.
I do like this check from Eternal right here, because this could still line up for some things.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was junk.
Yeah, especially because we do know that Gong is on the Giga Path, which lines up. Could be locking other things. Potion here.
Well, that's our peanut to DK phase right there.
Which gets you probably your key 6 as soon as you find DK.
This leaves a couple questions here. Oh, there's a second potion here. Well, there's our Japes Lanky medal. Logically.
I'm gonna think here real quick, actually. Because we probably know... Oh, actually I just pieced it together, because, I think Key 6 is actually not in Llama Temple, because when you think about it, Castle Shops are also a path to Key 6 and Chunky.
Right.
And we have basically everything we need to get in the Llama Temple as soon as we get DK, so I don't think Key 6 is simply there.
There's our... Is that our shipyard to 8 hint? I think that might be.
It could be.
That was guitar. So... Yeah, I agree with you there. I don't think Key 6 is on the Llama Temple Fairy. I think it might be an instrument to get it in the igloo. That might be a thing.
That's what I'm thinking. Here. Sniper. Spicy.
But what if Sniper is actually the shipyard to 8 hint?
Yeah, that'd be gross. How many games, anyone?
I'm just saying, Peanut found Baboon Blast, and Sniper is in the shipyard. It could be in the tree. Okay, so what is our potion here?
Welcome to bonus stage.
Fly bash game. Out of every minigame, I am not a fan of this minigame. It gives me so much trouble.
Bongo Blast for rotating cabin. Yep.
Alright, you have so much of these items. We're coming up to 55 minutes, and you still do not have a lead on DK.
I feel like our best potential lead might just be Japes Lanky Metal, but that's because all the other hints that we have that are Woth anyway need DK.
The thing is, if you assume no grapes available, you technically logically need those peanuts and O-stem, which peanut locked it to get Japes Lanky Metal, which means they would have to be path to free Kong. I don't think that lines up unless grapes available.
Well, Outer Isle's foolish, so... Rip Pound the X believers right there. Yeah, it remains to be seen what Jape's Lanky Metal could be pointing to. But you're right. It may just be locking Grape. That is a possibility.
It also could be that with chat brings up, DK could be end up just buying Grape anyways.
Mm-hmm. And there was a potion in Force Cranky Diddy that we saw earlier. Remember your chat when I said to write down those hints? I remembered to do it, but I'm on restream, so I have all the time in the world to do it.
This is flat. Dude, calm down.
Did hard mode splats get put on by accident?
Sometimes.
For anybody who wouldn't know what hard mode splat is, it just makes them more likely to do shockwaves. We don't have that turned on for a seasonal preset, but if you go to DK64 Randomizer.com and want to play with harder settings or any settings you like, you can do that. It is a very customizable randomizer.
Yeah, you can make it as breezy of a time as you want, or as much of a nightmare as you want. Our runs up breezing through with Deepening. Pumpkin at 45.
Alright, Eternal's coming back for this potion here in Forest. Coconut. Okay.
Coconut.
It does not help the fine DK situation currently.
It doesn't. We're finding all his moves, but not him.
The believers for Family Before 1 Hour better hope that it's on Jape's Lanky Metal for DK, otherwise I think they're sunk here.
Yeah, Von's going right back for the Lanky Metal Index. We're gonna see it right here on top of an actual logical painting room.
Oh man, this is a nail biter right here, and Eternal's not too far behind looking for it.
I am very interested to see what this now is. There's only way to hold into it.
And the answer is...
It's Sax! We need that for Helm, that checks out, but no DK.
Well, the family believers are in shambles now. Unless DK, by some miracle, ends up on the ferry in here.
He will have to be O-Scanlocked with his behind peanut, so yeah.
Red Slam? Okay.
Slam free.
So, hear me out here. Surprise check of Legend Seed.
It's possible.
It is. We have Pineapple and Peanut on the same path and a Wath Feather.
Not only that, we don't need much more. We need DK and just Grape for it. And if we're assuming, like, Grape is available for the stat, it might be somewhere not far off. Or it is possible, like, everyone's just pointing towards key 6s on Check of Legends.
That would be wild.
Alright, Pumpkin is gonna dump blueprints again. They do want to get to the capital.
That'll be enough to get there. Eternal has 39 GBs and 7 blueprints. Oh, what was the castle amount was 47, so Eternal is 1 GB short.
1 GB short's the worst.
But I don't think Violet got this hint. So this will be new information for us on this hint right here.
I think they did get, because they do have council lobby marked down, they have been here. Yeah, they're just skipping that. Just over the hour in, we're entering our last major level, castle.
Main cave state. Okay, so that's referring to Rocket Barrel. Right there.
Yeah, that is definitely Rocket. So yeah, that satisfies that. Rocket can still lock other stuff, but that probably just solves itself.
Yeah. Yeah, so the hint on where DK is gotta be somewhere in Castle here, but like, I'm ready for it to be DK is bought on Candy, and the hint for that is next to her.
Well, what I'm expecting, it's gonna be like locked behind a move we don't have yet, like Grateful Owl Tree. I don't know.
It could be great for Owl Tree. That is that hint door is kind of gotten a reputation in those stores as being a meme door. Okay, we did have castle shops.
And
Hunky?
Chunky. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Spicy.
Kosher Third for key 6?
That could be. That could be.
We don't have barrels, that's the thing.
Donkey can be bought in Creepy Castle in the trench hint there in Galleon.
Oh my god, there it is, finally. And Punk is right here, she's gonna get him soon. Oh man, yeah, that key 6 is not spicy. If we are actually assuming kosher that we don't know where barrels is, but I think at this point it's probably just chilling in Llama Temple Fairy.
I'm trying to think of, like, what the other hunky moves could be. Like, it's... I guess Toy Monster doesn't need barrels, but most of the other ones I think of need it.
I just realized something actually, regards to our hints. We do not have any paths to 7. Not a single one.
That probably just means Key 7 is in a shop, because, it tries to not, I don't think it's eligible for WAP if it's, only in a shop.
I can see that. Like, it could just, like, just be behind the ball move, even.
Yeah.
That's not path A.
We do know that one of these hints has, like, you have to have a path hint to every single key, even if it's just one hint. But where things can get spicy is if the Key 7 hint is locked behind a move, and you kind of have to casino for it. It won't be a very long casino, because it can only be so many things, but the potential is there. Was that a 214 boss door? Or was that 114? Colonel going to pick up their saxophone here on the submarine barrel.
Oh yeah, Chad brings up a good point as well. We're still missing Vine.
Yeah, that's always a, an existential threat in CLO is vine swinging.
I thought that was it for a second.
I was ready for it to pop up as soon as I said that. Well, that is a bait vial bingo for those at home.
Do your bingos for bait.
Oh, it was 200 CB's max, so it must have been 114. And as Sarah's pointing out there in the chat.
Yeah, you're not gonna be checking anything here and on the ground. around. Foolish. Love Guts, but Pumpkin is gonna still push the medals here. They're still pretty fast if you have the right moves. Punch Pineapple to beat metal is pretty easy.
I don't hate the check here just because... it's a GB. The brain rot is saying that Sniper is useful, but it probably isn't.
Yeah, it can only really mean like 3 checks at this point. Well, technically 4 actually.
The shipyard hint is likely referring to guitar, but I want it to be referring to Sniper. Main cage for 2 potions, which we found. They were Peanut and Rocket Barrel. And at 1 hour and 6 minutes, Violet gets the family, and Eternal will not be that far behind.
Yay, the mascot, late to the party. Yeah, I think I agree with chat here. It's probably chances are P-Sang is just simply on the Forest DK medal. It's an assumed easy check, so it's probably there. The real hurdle is this K6 right now.
Yeah, K6 is really the only mystery, but you know, Blast is you know, the fairy and Llama Temple's probably our barrel throwing. If we think if Kosha Dirt is the thing. Okay, yeah, that was Galleon Shops, the 6 and DK, so that's our Baboon Blast to get inside Llama Temple.
Did not see the other hint that Pumpkin's just red.
The one outside was the Galleon Shops, the 6 and DK phase.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's our Baboon Blast. Second Shipyard 8 hint? That's probably Sax, but Sniper, please. It actually can't be at this point, I think. Because all the other Sniper checks are blast locked unless it's the Helm Lobby Kasplat.
No, well, it could still refer to maybe one thing, and that is Castle Lanky Tower.
That's true. That seems like a stretch right now with what we have, but we can hope. I'm just sitting here being the Sniper side apologist right now.
Pumpkin, yeah, making a beeline for the Llama Temple right now.
Oh wait, Shipyard was Bongos, not Sax.
No, yeah, Sax was Pineapple Isols, if I recall correctly. No, that was Monkey Board.
Yeah, that, you know, Rotating Cabin might just be our vine swinging. That would make some sense there. They'll have a little bit more to go to get to 64. There's some Violet just clearing out some quick checks before getting into Llama Temple.
Yeah, the sooner you can knock out that 64 requirement, the better. There are a few quick checks in Llama Temple, but you're probably not going to do most of them.
Eternal's not out of it yet, but there's I think there's gonna need to be a curveball here or somewhere to allow Eternal to catch up.
Yeah, you're gonna need something like a little bit trolly. I don't know, like rape. You worry about getting late.
Yeah, You know, Eternal's been playing the seed well. It's just, the seed so far seems to be rewarding people who are taking shortcuts, and Eternal's been a little more thorough. Oh, this seed. Not that there's anything wrong with playing like that, but depending on how the seed rolls, that can be good or good or bad as far as placement is concerned. And there's our barrel throwing, as we thought.
That confirms it. Yep. K6 is definitely on kosher dirt.
Ocean Dirt enjoyers, rise up. I saw some of you in the chat there.
Yeah, I think at this point, unless something turbo does happen, the seed's probably just solved here. Key 6 on kosher dirt, key 7 on fungi metal DK.
Yeah, really the only curveball I could see here is if, like, the rotating cabin is grape or something, and it's check every grape check to find your vine swinging.
Trying to hit back there as soon as possible. I'm opting to go back to force first for this metal full DK. Very quick. Well,
Red
not super
Slam.
quick, because she does not have coconut. Still fast enough.
Yeah, you got your red slam to get inside Thornvine, so that's another 5 right there, plus a couple of quick GBs to get you over the 64 finish line.
Cat, no, that's unhinged. Push it up a sprint, and then you have to find a casino grave or trombone for rabbit race.
I think we're cooking a little too hard here. I appreciate the effort.
We already cooked it too hard last week.
If this did turn into a rabbit race seed, though, like, Ash will be smiling down upon us. She is, unfortunately sick today, so couldn't be here with
bless
us.
her heart. Chat, no, 12 rabbit race? Just for, like, how many games? No.
There is... That is really the only curveball I could think there is, like, just twirl minigame out of nowhere.
Pumpkin's doing this now really fast. About to finish it up here. There is 15 down here.
Yeah, that'll be enough to get there. We'll see what she gets. We're presuming this is key 7. And sure enough...
Oh, Waff only hinted 7. Oh, Pumpkin
does
not
not
even
buy.
the potion. Not even willing to buy it. She is so confident this seed is done, she's rushing right on back to caves.
Well, considering some of the names in this lobby, you got, you know, Mumbo and Camerson in there. They're known demons in the racing scene. They're very fast. You know, do you think you can make a shortcut? Why not?
Morning. There's the hen for 7, thanks game. On the tunnel side.
Alright, what does Rotating Cabin have for us? Don't even need to peek it, you know you need it.
Yeah.
This could... You know, if it's what we think it is, this is Vines and then key 6 on Kosha Dirt, and then it's just get to 64.
Yeah, that's a white potion.
And
Yep.
vine swinging. No surprise oranges.
No surprise at all.
Surprise oranges wouldn't have even done anything because the cabins are right over there.
Not only that, even if it was something like homemade, you probably just gonna go back to the forest anyways. On the way now. Not gonna see any boulder straps today because we do have Hunky.
Colonel on their way to Aztec, likely to go get the Llama Temple Ferry. I think I can stop loudly thinking it. I think we can just call this a jet seed now.
Yeah, I think at this point it's very unlikely. Because I think if we had like a curve bug, like a 2% mini was required, it was probably gonna get hit anyways. I'm gonna say now, yeah, I think this is a jet seed. It's been really straightforward from start to finish.
Yeah, a lot of the moves you needed were just on the way. Yep, and sure enough, there's key 6 on the kosher dirt.
Such a meme.
Violet has 61 GBs and 3 blueprints, so she is all set to go to Helm.
Yeah, the only things that can really stop you at this point is literally just 12.
Yeah, surprise twirl 2%'s the only thing in the way, and it won't say never, but it doesn't seem likely right now.
It is always possible. Like, not only that, like, it's not just the Helm variant. It could also be the Sweeney Story variant, but that tends to be more rarer from my experience.
Colonel's got just a little more GB-wise to get over the finish line.
Yep, on the way now. No. Like, soon we don't get ball next here. Like, at this point, you might be looking at the race timer and see anyone's done yet.
No, we won't spoil any positions yet. We'll do that at the end here.
Of course, yeah. Don't do that.
Colonel picking up their barrel throwing right there.
Yeah, I do agree. Like, it felt kind of weird that your Gigapath this seed was actually Gorilla Gone, but frankly, it wasn't too horrendous.
Like it looked scary at first, but just everything you needed was in caves, and that was just it right there.
Welcome to bonus stage.
Oh look, we have a required bow for Helm. Lovely.
You don't get these gun mini games that often in these settings because the hard mini games are off, but they are still funny when they decide to show up.
Especially for the silliest of reasons.
Like, yep, Peanut Path to Key 8 for this and a bunch of other things.
Yeah, basically solved itself from the get-go. Oops. so it tweets.
Welcome to bonus stage.
Colonel moving their way back into forest. Now, get DK's medal. They'll have a little easier time getting it with Coconut.
Worst variant of Power Path Panic. Blackers are so aggressive to get back up. Pumpkin having no issue with it whatsoever.
Eat them!
Not yet the cutscene skip.
Yep, a
One
little
frame
late
window,
on it.
2-frame window.
There is a visual cue for the cutscene skip on the bottom right with the spinning camera there. Can still be a little tough, but that helps helps out with it a little bit.
Thankfully for this room, she won't have to do it because using the cop to catch you actually also counts as skipping it. Not only that, technically getting caught by cop, it's technically dying. You just get sent back to the middle of the helm room. I'm trying to do the multi-hit tech on these beavers to combo hits for points, but does not get it. There we go, that was clean.
A couple of good combos there. I struggle with the up-C method. It's real cool that it can happen, but I never seem to get the combo that the others do.
It's very finicky yet to control. If done really well, you can do this in like 30 seconds, but it's really hard to do all the things.
I read Eternal's tracker wrong. They have 58 GBs and 3 blueprints, so 3 more to go for
Welcome
Helm.
to bonus stage.
No surprise, 12-minute game, we're in the clear. Great line for the fourth now for Pumpkin.
You can't get sniped in the toes either.
Yep, nothing but fast phases.
And this is looking like a possible sub 90 for Violet here. Very, very, very fast.
Yeah, it's gonna cut it close, but yeah, I think that she is on pace for sub 90 minutes, which is an insane time, especially in these settings, where you're not gonna get hit as often. Oh, she does not get the cutscene skip. The cop was walking away.
And then the cop will probably catch her for insult to injury. Right on time. Oh, poor Violet. A possible sub 90 will be your consolation prize. And Eternal's not too far behind here either. Their Vine swinging is in the mail here. It's probably looking at potentially sub 140. Oh yeah.
At about 1 hour, 24 minutes, 30 seconds.
Is it too late to call? Can we safely call it a jet now, chat? Or are we not gonna get roasted for this?
I agree. By definition, this is definitely been a jet seed, despite some of the mean plays.
And we even got
the whole path was hinted to you.
We even got to plant the beanstalk. That's, you know, good seed. Good seed.
Good music fitting for me here. Now you want me one like eating on racing again.
David Wise was cooking, that's for sure.
He still cooks today.
And Diddy and DK phase can both be done under a minute, and Chunky is like, what, a minute and a half-ish?
I think aside from any big fumbles, Pumpkin has sub 90 minutes in the bag here.
Yeah. And that will be 61 GBs and 3 blueprints on the side of Eternal. All they gotta do now is go collect their prize on the kosher dirt.
Eternal on the way back now to base 56.
Wait, you can just tag anywhere jump up that? And in the caves lobby? I never knew that.
I did not know that either. I learned something new today.
That's 2 things I've learned today on this stream.
Yeah, Eternal I think left by accident, so just going back to get to 56. Happens to the best of us.
Yeah, they got this seat on lockdown here. Violet doing a backflip for the people.
At least it's not choking the roll weapon. Last phase here, Deepening. Like, all things considered, like, Internal has still done really well this seed.
Oh yeah.
This is definitely their playstyle forward. It definitely hit quite a bit in terms of speed. It happens. Sometimes you have to play forward, sometimes you have to play aggressive. C by C basis.
Yeah. Eternal played this seed perfectly fine. And like hey, this was just a seed that benefited blue cut corners. And Violet finishes with a race time of 1 hour, 28 minutes, and 10 seconds, which is good enough for 3rd place in this lobby.
GG's. Very impressive.
Very, very fast time. And looking...
This was coming in really quickly, so yeah, this was definitely a jet seat for like most of our runners in this race.
And in 1st place, we had Charles Jarls, a familiar name, with a blistering 1 hour and 22 minutes and 1 second.
That's insane. We have 2nd place, the Lil King, with a 1 hour, 27 minutes and 30 seconds time, and that is a new puzzle best for them.
And we have Violet joining us now. Mornin, Violet. GG's. Congrats on 3rd place.
Congratulations, dude. Well done.
I don't know if your mic's working here. Can you hear us? Let's see. Working through some...
Okay, sorry about that.
Oh, no problem. We can hear you now. Morning.
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 Welcome.
Yeah, congrats on 3rd place here. That was a blisteringly fast time here.
It really was, and that was a nice PB for me as well.
Oh,
Indeed
nice.
it was.
Very, very good. What are your thoughts about the seed? It looked like it might have been a little sketchy at first with some of those Gigapath hints, but then seemed to work itself out.
Yeah, I was really hoping that the cabin's Gigapath hint was just on the Splat there. Like, if it wasn't there, then it could have gotten pretty bad, but I had a good feeling it was going to be, yeah, it was going to be one of the chunky moves once I got the main caves hints. And also, one of the big, I'd say one of the big things about the seed was just, where was DK?
Yeah, we were wondering that for a long time. It turns out the hint for him was in the lighthouse underwater alcove.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm not too surprised by that. I opted to skip that because I figured, well, I've done a lot of Sphere Zero checks. I haven't got any Path to Kong's hints yet, so it's probably just a low requirement check in Castle, and there's more hints there too. So if he's not there, I'm more likely to just get him off the hints.
Yeah, I don't think we saw any free Kong path hints in that seed there, so DK was likely to just be in a low sphere one.
Mm-hmm.
Same with key 7 though. Like, we were thinking for a while, it's like, where the heck is key 7? And it was just on the hinted metal there, which Eternal did find a Forest CBs to key 7 in Castle also.
I see. I guess that was the one I missed.
Yeah, it was the Warp 2 hint.
Yeah.
He ended up not needing it. This one definitely benefited in cutting some corners, that's for sure, and it rewarded you very well with a sub 90.
Yeah, I felt really good about how I played that one. Most of the mistakes were just execution based, so you can't complain too much when
you got
that's the
trophy
case.
flip on the first try, among some other tricks there too. You're playing very well this seed.
Yeah, I honestly think you did. Like, getting trophy first try that quickly is incredibly impressive.
Yeah, I practiced it a lot, and I got pretty consistent at it. It's definitely one that's tough, but yeah. Speaking of Castle Lobby, though, I was definitely. You might have noticed that I did. Well, not Castle Lobby, Caves Lobby. You might have noticed that I never checked Caves Lobby. First of all, I didn't. First of all, sorry.
No, you're good.
Still calming down from the race. Yeah, so I didn't go in there at first because I knew that it wasn't in logic yet. I knew I'd probably had to get Chunky first or Twirl. And then I just started to hedge for GBs. I was a little disappointed when I saw it was so low after getting up to 40 there, but
yeah,
the rest of the team went pretty fast after that.
I mean, dumping in Japes there, like, I don't think that was a bad call at all, because, you know, oftentimes we see the later levels are much higher GB requirements, and it sucks to have to leave the level and dump just to come back in.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're seeing a whole lot of personal bests coming in on this seed. I think like four or five of them now. With this one. So that is a certified jet for sure.
Yeah, from what we're seeing right now, there have been at least 8 finishes in the past 10 minutes, coming from first place.
Yeah, we'll let Eternal wrap up here. They're almost they're in K rule. They're pretty likely to get a sub 140 here. Not a bad time at all in these settings.
Definitely not.
Yeah, really, Eternal didn't. Yeah, Eternal did pretty well this seed too. They were just a bit more thorough on their checks. which, you know, if this were a different seed, would have paid off differently, possibly. But this one definitely benefited some corner cutting, which I feel like whenever I do that, I get punished for it like immediately.
Yeah, that's really interesting because I felt like I was possibly even over clearing there for a bit, at least in the first few levels.
Well, it's always like when you get an early factory, it's like, do you climb for the hint or not? It's like usually you want to because it's a Sphere Zero hint, but uh, you know, climbing mushroom, there was the boss door there. So it's like it doesn't feel good to do those, but you know, the one time that you don't, it's just gonna come back to bite you.
Exactly, and climbing factory did pay off with punch in this one.
Indeed. And hint for it's a good thing because both of you did opt to climb reduction layer, so it did work out for both of you. Because if none of you didn't, it was gonna hurt because the hint for that was all the way in caves.
And Eternal doing a backflip for the people as well. You both did the backflip on Restream. We salute you for that. Thank you so much.
Speaking of the restream, with that early bean and the early feather and pineapple, I was very expectant that we'd see the beanstalk this seed.
We were hooting and hollering about that early on, that's for sure.
Fortunately, not this time. We also thought about maybe checking Legends was gonna come up because we had so many guns early. The orange is missing great, but not the case as well.
We were trying. I was like trying really hard to cook the sniper in Shipyard to be something, but it just wasn't meant to be. there was too much evidence pointing to the contrary.
Yeah, it was a little scary to see that sniper there, though.
The moment of
It was.
dread.
And order from Tone on here, and can't hit this last hit. There we go.
Eternal finishes in 10th place with a official time of 1 hour, 38 minutes, and 12 seconds. Good games from everybody here. All right. We'll get Eternal in here. Mornin, GG's.
Morning, GG's.
Morning. Welcome.
GG's. Morning.
GG's.
What'd you think about the seed there, Eternal?
The seed was a lot simpler than I thought it would be. I put scenarios in my head for like where vines would be, and I didn't think it would just be as simple as, oh, it's just in rotating cabin. I'm like, there has to be more than this. It couldn't be just rotating cabin. So
we were trying to cook up some things too, because like there was a world where Check of Legends was maybe on the table. It wasn't ruled out, but it just wasn't meant to be. But you know, you still played the seed really well. This just happened to be one where cutting some corners had some major benefits.
right, I do play a little. I played a little thorough in the beginning. Like went for force, tiny metal, lanky metal, chunky metal, even just like not forget anything. I saw that punch and factory, and I was like, oh, that might be useful later. Then I see chunky K room. I'm like, okay, maybe I'm gonna be a little more thorough with metals. Turns out wasn't needed. It was just it was hinted later on, the factory lanky metal, that saved me a little bit of time going through caves.
Yeah, it was just funny to see the Gigapath in cabins, and it just turns out everything was in caves, and it was just all happened to be on the way to Igloo area. So,
Yeah.
That was kind of funny.
Yeah, it was confusing for me too, like seeing, oh wait, Rocket Barrel's here after gone, like Punch gone, and then Peanuts being found. They were conflicting paths. Then you figure out Rocket Barrel it's in its own path only to 8 and Diddy K room. Like, okay, now it makes more sense. So I was able to cross out a couple of things in my mind. First restream was a little stressed though. I think you saw me exit out caves for getting key 6. That was not intended.
You know, I've done that too many times myself, that kind of thing. So like, you're in good company here. Don't worry about it. But I think you both played the seed very well. Here, so I'm just GG's all around here.
Yep,
But
GG's.
GG's.
with that here, I think we will wrap up today's restream. Thank you all for watching. If you would like to play this wonderful randomizer yourself, you can do that at DK64Randomizer.com. And you can even join the races on the Discord at discord.dk64randomizer.com. And with all that being said, tune in next time. Morning.
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 Have a good one,
Morning.
everyone.